Did your sense of humour, which you've got a great sense of humour, get you through a lot?
Oh, actually, the people that I know got me through. I'm
talking about you, though. Your sense
absolutely.
of humour,
You've got to have a sense of humour, but I mean, without the people around me,
yeah,
because I mean, you'd be the biggest monster of all time, and they all know me now, and they just leave me alone. I know if I'm creating havoc, and they just say, "Oh, piss off," and they go down the pub, and they know you can't exist and be successful and enjoy. I've enjoyed everything, and I'm very lucky to be 39 and still enjoying it and writing good songs and enjoying it just as much as ever. And that's due to the people around me, sharing things. Sharing. You know, the greatest thing is if you have success and you share it. And my people around me have been with me more from the word go, and we've had our ups and downs. But they know me inside out. I can't get away with anything. You know when you're being an idiot and you're being unbearable. And sometimes, like Elvis, for example, he must have known he was being an idiot, but unfortunately nobody from the word go said you're being unbearable. And he just got away with it. But someone has to say initially you're being it, right? And you know you are, and they know that. I mean, if I am obnoxious, which I can be, they just leave me alone.
You have respect around the world with, I mean, literally every artist now, you know? People dream about these things, you know? I mean, people fight for respectability just for the bureaucratic or the...
Yeah, but it hasn't come like that. It's not a case of social
climbing,
but it's just happened, you know?
Do you ever reflect and think?
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible things that happen to me. There was one incident when I played at Prince Andrew's, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but this is quite funny. I've never said it in public before. When I played his 21st birthday party at Windsor Castle, and I danced with the Queen to Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley in the Comments, which, I mean, the odds against that when I was born. They segued from me and Princess Anne from going Hound Dog, where I was present, into Rock Around the Clock with the Queen. I mean, and we was just dancing, and I thought, this is unbelievable. And it was great fun, but I mean, the odds, I mean, like, if you said, well, when I was born, the odds against me dancing with the Queen of England to Rock Around the Clock must have been staggering, right? Is
it your belief in yourself and just what can be done that's got you through it?
I've had, I think you create your own life.
Well, I've seen great belief in you.
I've really enjoyed my success, and I'm a great optimist in life anyway. And there are times when I've been very down within myself, and it reflects in my music. And when you're positive in life, good things happen for you. And when you're not positive, bad things happen for you. I'm great. And I've been extremely lucky, but I've been extremely lucky with the people around me. I can't emphasise that enough. I'm the only artist that you could probably name that's really had the same group of people around him most of the time and hasn't been that ripped off. And listen, I'm 39, 40, it's relatively young, but I've made a lot of albums, done a lot of product, and I'm enjoying it more than I've ever done, so I'm so grateful for that. And it's a new influx of talent in the band. You need to kick up the arse every now and then. And it's just delightful. I can't, you know, I'm so bloody lucky.
I read a quote the other day in a British paper. It was sort of like an interview, or a slight interview with George Michael, where he was saying that people could have dismissed Wham and himself as a 1, 2-hit or 3-hit wonder, and what gave him great confidence was your words when he accepted, when you actually presented him with the award, yeah.
Well, people that dismiss his, I mean, the songs that they write, I mean, I first really got hooked into Wham was Wake Me Up Before You Go, which for me was the best, like, Motown record. Everyone tries to make a Motown sound record. The bass playing on that, that's what hooked me. Dion Estes' bass playing on that, it's just unbelievable. And George's songwriting, he's 21, he's been writing songs for 2 years, and he writes Careless Whisper. And I mean, it's just, I mean, like, my Burning Eyes songs after 2 years were absolutely horrible. It's the angel tree has gone so high, and the bass is really deep. And George Michael was sitting there writing these great songs. And people dismiss them as, the boy is he will be a great songwriter. He is a great songwriter, but I mean, he's just starting, he's a baby. And that's what Boy George could be as well. I mean, there's so much pressure on the young kids now. It's like, everyone's saying, oh, Wham, after Wham, what's he going to do? George knows what he's going to do. But he's only made 2 albums. And it's like, God, when I'd made 3 or 4 albums, I was just starting off, as I said before. And
well, would it be presumptuous to say that over the last 2 or 3 albums that you've done, that you really know now your vocal craft for a start? Because I mean, even on this album, you're singing better than ever. This album I played you, it was the first album I really enjoyed singing on. Yeah. And because I'm learning, I consider myself now a singer who plays the piano. I was always a piano player who sang, and I'm paying sort of attention to technique and breathing, and I'm really enjoying singing. And Tom Bell
told me when I did the Tom Bell sessions, which only a couple of things came out of, but the great thing, he taught me two things. I was singing too high and I didn't breathe properly, which I didn't particularly like him telling me at the time, but he's absolutely right. And since then, I've tried with the Cooper tour, and that was the first time I had to sing well, because I was naked on stage, more or less. And I suddenly enjoyed starting to sing, and now I think I'm getting to the stage where I could handle doing an album of other people's songs and interpreting the lyric well. It's one thing singing a song, but to interpret a lyric well is an art form. And there's very few people, there's Sarah Vaughan's, there's Frank Sinatra's, the Ella Fitzgeralds, and Nat King Cole. It's bloody hard to be good at that. And it's, you know, it's not something that's just God-given, you work at it. And I'm just enjoying singing so much.
Your keyboard playing?
Keyboard playing, yeah, that's fine, that's taking care of itself, but I'm actually enjoying singing more.